Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today I'm going to tell you my top 5 fragrance that I would like to try and review, but I probably will never. So there are some fragrance that seems really interesting, but I doubt I will ever be able to try. And really there's 2 reasons. So we're gonna start with number 5, which is Great Britain by Davidoff. And this fragrance look really nice. If you watch my video, you'll know that I really love leather fragrance, and you're gonna see that there's a bunch of leather fragrance in the list. And there's leather, labdanum, iris root, ambergris, violet, a bunch of other stuff, mostly like those notes. But it seems to be a really high quality leather fragrance, and the reason I will not try it is because the bottle is like $2,000. Just doesn't make sense to pay that much for a bottle of fragrance. Extremely expensive. I don't think I would ever have the chance to try it, even in the small bottle. How much like decan would be, but if the full bottle is 2,000, and decan should be a couple hundred, maybe one day. And I think it's why it's really number 5. It's because the one that kind of got the most chance to eventually try, because well, all the other ones are discontinued. Number 4, it's Polo Supreme Leather by Ralph Lauren. And the Polo Supreme was actually a line that looked extremely nice. And it's weird that it didn't pick up more than that. I don't know exactly why. The leather fragrance looked great. The wood fragrance also, the cashmere fragrance also. They all look like really amazing fragrance, really simple, really good quality. And this one is a leather tonka bean type of fragrance. It's supposed to be really sweet. Sad thing about that is that I saw it for sale at like $60, something like that. And I was thinking, oh, maybe later, not now. And then it was like $90, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait that it lowers. Maybe it's gonna be more cheaper eventually. And then it just got discontinued, and I couldn't get it anymore. I got my chance, but I didn't took it. Sure, it's a great fragrance. Maybe would it be my favorite Polo fragrance? Who knows? But it really looks nice. The bottle also, if you like the Polo style bottle, looks great. Gold logo, gold rim, and brown bottle. The whole line I would have liked to try it actually, but especially this one. Number 3 is Davidoff by Davidoff, another discontinued fragrance. This one I don't really understand why, because it seems like Davidoff never really discontinued fragrance. They have a lot of old school fragrance still for sale. Now this one, some of the notorious notes inside of it are leather, of course. There's also oak moss, castoreum, and I never smell it, so I don't know which notes were really intense in there, but see those notes mostly. It seems like a really interesting fragrance, and it was made in the time where Davidoff was an amazing fragrance company that made really interesting things. If you don't know, Davidoff is the last name of the guy that created the brand, and his first name is Zino, and Zino, the fragrance that still exists, have a similar shape of bottle than Davidoff. It's just that the Davidoff bottle is transparent with a green juice from what I see in the picture, and a black cap instead of, I think it was like tan or something like that, the cap on the Zino bottle. If the Zino bottle was really good, I would assume that the Davidoff bottle was really good also, especially if it has the name of the company. And really I don't have a clue why they discontinued it. It seems like a really great old school leather fragrance, like leather and oak moss, really nice, really interesting. I don't really understand why it's not there anymore, but that's how it is. Number 2 is Ombre Noire by Lalique, another one that's really weird that it's not there anymore. When I ask on groups what is the best Lalique fragrance ever, what is their favorite fragrance, Ombre Noire always appear many times. People seem to really love this fragrance. It might be the best fragrance Lalique ever made. And it's weird to see that it's not there anymore. And then they got continued. Some notorious notes in the fragrance were cognac, myrrh, and tobacco leaf. So it should have been a really nice, kind of spicy, resinous, boozy tobacco fragrance. Sure, it's an amazing fragrance. I'm a big fan of Lalique, which also explains why a Lalique fragrance is so high in the list. I would really love to try this fragrance. but Lalique still have a lot of fragrance, so it's not so bad. I would still like to try. And number one is a fragrance that is way less known than all the other one that I've named, and it's not quite sure how to pronounce it, but it's a French brand, so I'm gonna pronounce it in French. Jedi by Guerlain. Maybe Jedi, but it's Djedi as written. When I look at the picture, it looks like a really old fragrance, like it's been a long time that it's been discontinued. It was made in 1927, and I'm sure there was a lot of natural ingredient. Actually a fragrance for women, but the notes, just name them all. There's civet, oak moss, leather, vetiver, musk, patchouli, and rose. Just seems really interesting, and the order I named them is the order that they're supposed to occur in the fragrance. Looks like a really, really amazing fragrance. And I understand that civet, oak moss, and leather don't make a good 2022 woman fragrance, so it makes sense that it's not really there anymore. But still, looks really, really amazing. Like just the note looks really bold, at least for now. And a woody ship fragrance for women, that's really rare. And I'm sure it was a really great fragrance, but been discontinued for some time now. I don't know when, but probably a long time. And I wish I could give it a try eventually. Maybe they will release it, who knows. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, well, like and share. And if also you've got some fragrance that you would really love to try, but for some reason you will never have the chance, maybe they don't sell it where you live and it's really impossible for you to get it. Maybe it's too expensive, maybe it's got discontinued, but if there's any fragrance that you would really love to try but can't, write it in the comment. So, thanks for watching and see you soon.